Hello everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Summit's coverage of the Mars TV Dota 2 League. I'm back with Gods and Jack as we are about to hop into game number 3 of the winner bracket final matchup, LGD versus LFY. We already got a draft. Let's get into it.
Alrighty, things tied up. Winner in the grand finals, loser still top 3, still not eliminated, and it has a chance to make it to the grand finals through that lower bracket match. But this is the easy route. You know, you don't want to have to play 2 matches tomorrow because a best of 3 and a best of 5 is some grueling stuff.
Yeah.
After already a long 4 days of tournament play.
And no, we are not watching a repeat of last game's draft. AA is banned out here, and there's the first Afu pickup, and most likely the offlaner coming out here for Inflame on LFY. So not sure if they'll go with the puck again here, if they go with the Bat Rider.
Yep. I think the big change we saw last game from LG was they actually didn't run the offlane shaker. They put it in Victoria's hands, which was fine. I don't think the shaker play was at all affected so much. It was more that 11 didn't seem to have an obvious partner to kind of work with his Bat Rider when he got his Blink Dagger up to find kills with. He had a kind of weaker performance. So I imagine LGD will go back to that offlane shaker, given this is the Game 3 decider.
Generally speaking, LGD take their cores very late in the draft, and like they kind of want to counterpick with their cores. But it almost felt like with their core picks last game, they counterpicked themselves a little bit. So put them in a tough spot and made the margin for error a lot less for them. As if that Death Prophet is available, one of the exceptions to the rule, LFY will pick that up very quickly, and so that's the direction they're going for this game. The bog has begun.
Yeah,
the bog has begun.
And 2 Game 0 was banned in the second stage, I believe, so they figure got to get it in the first stage if we want to play Death Prophet in our deciding game. Oh no, Game 1 they were against it, of course, but Game 2 was banned out second stage, I remember, and that's how they end up with the DK instead. But they're not going to be satisfied with the DK. They want a Death Prophet.
And they banned out the AA too, which could have been a natural second pick here for LGD.
Yeah.
Against both the Death Prophet and as the laning effectiveness that we've seen from that hero on both teams, I believe, in this series.
AA is definitely one of the better counter picks to Death Prophet, and I think that's where it does give them safety in this Death Prophet pick.
Who else dumpsters on a Death Prophet? Because I know AA is one of the better candidates, but...
Burst, so like Lina is normally considered to be pretty good as far as mids go. Lina's probably one of the highest burst damage cores that's available. Phoenix, it does not dumpster on Death Prophet so much. I mean, Death Prophet's not good against Phoenix at the same time because you're not a hero that kills the egg.
Yeah.
But I feel like LGD just want this Yao Phoenix. I saw the Chinese Twitch chat were making comments about Yao's Phoenix. What was up with that, Jack?
I'm not sure what I didn't see the comments,
Okay.
but they'll occasionally say that he's got a limited hero pool. So like, of course, you know, he's playing the Phoenix or something like that. But yeah, this opens up like for bans. There's a Void ban. I was gonna say that opens that up for LGD as well. The combo with the Phoenix, and also a hero that requires a lot of bursts to kind of take down usually. So that's something that LGD have been picking up as long as it's available early in the draft. I think a lot of teams have been like moving that hero up their value lists for sure when it comes to picking. So
Well, the ban on Tide suggests this may turn into a full-on team fight versus team fight oriented Game 3 draft.
If that's the case, I wonder if LGD will find value in the Silencer here. It's typically pretty good against the Phoenix and can shut down a lot of the team fight.
I'd say which LGD are we talking about?
Oh, sorry. Forever Young for me, I was thinking.
Right.
DDC Silencer could be something.
That'd be really nice counter pick to Phoenix, Earthshaker. Just the general play style. I mean, you pick a Phoenix, you want to normally run like a more team fight oriented draft, so I think that would be a nice 5 position for DDC.
additionally, against a Death Prophet, perhaps the Lifestealer or that would be good against LGD's own lineup as well. So that could be another pick that's kind of contested here. We saw the impact of the Lifestealer the last game. Certainly made its presence felt.
I do like Lifestealer for LGD. Like any kind of Lifestealer Infest Bomb can quickly destroy Death Prophet, and it's a hero that doesn't care about Earth Spirit. Normally you think you jump a Death Prophet, the Earth Spirit may silence you, then stun you. Well, you just instantly rage and just go to town on Death Prophet. So I think if you get some kind of... I mean, Shaker maybe is enough for an Infest Bomb later on in the game. You may not want to lead with that Blink Echo, but hey, at the same time, if you kill Death Prophet, chances are you're going to win the fight. So Lifestealer does look like a scary potential hero for Ame, but similarly for LFY, it could be very good against the Egg. So
they're banning some of this big team fight, and a lot of what they're banning right now is like pretty good counter initiation. So things that LFY might want to pick to complement their Death Prophet. If they're going for this kind of like early Death Baller push, you don't really want to have the pressure of trying to bring down the Death Prophet when you know there's a Rock behind it or a Ravage behind it or that as well. And then some other possibilities for LGD, some heroes that Ame used to play a bit more, like he was known for playing lots of Slark. Juggernaut a possibility for them, so like some of these cores are being banned out right now by LGD, but there's a relatively deep pool for them to choose from.
Bat Rider is going to be the third pickup here for LFY.
Okay.
And
Expecting that to be their second pick, but there was the Death Prophet available, so they'll just go and scoop it up.
Yep. Could be that Bat Silencer if they want to get that 1-2 punch. Similarly, LGD may want to... Well, I guess they don't really want the Silencer with the Phoenix. Those are kind of 2-5 position heroes, so unlikely unless they opt for some unconventional, like, mid-Silencer.
Do you get like counter bat, something to counter lasso? No.
The Nyx is in the pool. If you want to run a 4-position Nyx. Nyx against Death Prophet, yeah, we go. Yeah.
Nice, nice. There he is.
I think this doesn't... I mean, I think you're still happy with that Bat Rider pick if you're LFY. If you're going to plan on picking the Silencer anyways, you especially are happy, like you don't really feel too counted by the Nyx. So there we go. Bat Silencer. Classic combo. Nyx the kind of the counter the bat, but won't be as effective if he's silenced.
What do you think they're going to get for maybe here? It's got to get something now. It actually gets like a Yules. This is a Quap
He's
maybe
going,
game?
yeah, Quap probably.
Lena maybe could still work. She's a Yules candidate.
Does he go Mirana again? He really likes that Mirana. I don't know.
Quap would probably be a bit better than Lena if you want to avoid the trouble of Earth Spirit. And
maybe you go a different direction entirely. What if you get something like a Necro here?
If against Silencer, that sounds a bit rough. I mean, you can go the Greaves, but... I'm thinking
when in doubt, Veno it out.
Oh, here
Oh,
it
he
is.
plays that mid too. That's
Yes.
a lot of damage output against the Death Prophet with that Gale Poison Sting build that he sometimes goes.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first, or they're one of the first teams to be running this mid. This was a couple months ago that they were playing it a lot mid, and the way he skilled up would be basically max Gale and Poison Sting. I think it was like 4-3-0 was the build that he used pretty frequently. So if there's kill potential, then he doesn't like bother leveling up the wards early, and then the build that he goes for, instead of a lot of the Veil, like Solar Crest builds we type of see, he would kind of go into like almost like a carry sniper build, like he'd have the Dragon Lance and the Maelstrom into Mjolnir build. So we'll have to see if maybe as made a modification on that build since then, but that could very well be the direction he goes here, reaching back into the old playbook here.
The old sticky playbook.
With that said, Ame can also play the hero. I think I was just looking at Dota. The last 2 times they picked it was Ame playing the Venom, so it may just be a safe lane Venomancer.
Did like that Slark
coming out of
idea,
LGD.
though. Slark would be pretty neato, but yeah, you're right. Could still have a maybe hero coming our way.
Yeah, the thing about the Venom is it is good against the Bat Rider, scouting him out always. In lane, the Bat can never really get close to the Venom. If you go that Arteezy style safe lane Venom, I think this game, it's like a perfect fit for that safe lane style Venom.
That's a good point. I also wonder if they want to run something like an anti-mage. I'm not sure if that'd be a little greedy or slow for them, but...
I think Jug. Good 5-man Death Ball hero with the healing ward. Gives them some sustain. Something they only have for the Death Prophet right now with Spirit Siphon. We'll see what this last pick's going to be. Something that perhaps doesn't get too crippled by the Silencer, but...
Invoker.
Oh, so you're right on that. Not be...
Yeah. I mean, I just, do some Dota buff. I was like, alright, last 2 games he wasn't playing it. I didn't know shit. Dota buff knew shit.
I was stuck in the past, gods. I just wanted to see the maybe mid-Veno again.
Yeah, that's right. Lycan Death Prophet. They found a new 5-man hero for themselves. Lycan's been one of the more successful niche picks this tournament. I think it's like 4-1. Teezy's played it. Actually, no, I think it hasn't been played that much. I think it was maybe like 2-0 or 3-0, but...
It had some fun appearances during the qualifiers as well. We saw a lot of good use out of the Howl in the early laning phase. We even saw it paired with like Nature's Prophet often, who would be able to kind of capitalize with the Treant damage. You don't get that benefit here, but certainly fits the LFY playstyle, that's for sure.
Yep. It's a hero that knows it's going to have a good lane matchup. Sometimes this hero like you really don't want to be versing like a Bat Rider as a Lycan, but you know you're against either Earthshaker or Nyx. Either of those matchups is fine for Lycan. And there's not a 4 position here that can really cripple your lane too much. So it's a kind of self-sufficient safe laner that frees up your supports a bit more.
All right, guys, let's get into it. We got our full draft spread. Give it to me, Jack. Which LGD squad is going to be in the grand finals?
I'm biased towards the Venomancer, so I'm gonna have to go with LGD here. But in all seriousness, I also like the Invoker pickup. I feel like there's like a lot of counter initiation and damage from range on the Invoker, and there's not too much in as far as getting in his face. And like with the exception of the Lycan, like they're kind of susceptible to that. I think that's the reasoning behind them picking the core Venomancer as well. So I'm a little bit worried here about the cores. I think LGD, in saving their core picks for last, as they've so commonly done, have put themselves in a better position this game. So I'm going to have to go with the old flagship, the Hot Sauce LGD.
Ooh, spicy.
Do you share his feelings on that there, Gods?
Pay patience for
LFY have a very cheesy draft that there's a certain level of ease of execution. You've got that Bat Rider Silencer duo. Nothing fancy about it. You blink lasso, you silence, you kill a hero. You've also got that cheesy push aspect with the Death Prophet Lycan, the sustain from Hal, the very safe, secure push of the Death Prophet. I'm going to tip my hat towards LFY for this one. I also believe maybe LGD, you know, they don't want to beat the boss. You know, it's...
You just made a really convincing case, actually. I almost want to change my vote. Especially look at the bogginess of LFY's lineup. We talked about the Death Prophet. You have the Bat Rider, right? The Arcane Curse from the Silencer. This is very, very much bog-like for them. So I like the bog champs here. Dakota?
What, you want to know what I actually think?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It is pretty boggy on the side of LFY. And Afu's been pretty studly on his early game. I don't know.
Sakuria looks like, which he will get if he's patient.
Patience from Afu. We'll see here as he creeps in slowly. The courier is en route.
How long will it be?
How
we'll see it soon.
Patient.
He sees it.
1 patience, 2 patience, 3
He's
patience. He's rewarded.
Yep.
Oh! That's it. Courier's down. Game's over.
This guy knows all the tiny little tricks. Even from level 1. Oh, top lane, we'll see a quick gale. That would be fine. He TP's top and like he does this unique ward spot near the top lane as the Radiant team where he had to roll through and not the sentry, the observer ward to the right. He had to roll and chop down a tree to actually create this ward spot. Bottom lane, they're going to get... Oh, sorry, Dakota. I'm sending you all over the place.
Don't worry,
we'll catch
bro.
the end
I
of it.
got you. We caught the back end of it. 11 is going to get dropped, though, from Afu, the man of the minute.
I mean, yeah, he goes from top, getting a cool, new, unique ward spot, to mid, to courier snipe, to bottom, to first blood. Afu's everywhere. He's doing Afu things.
I'm a fan already, that's for sure. And he'll just kind of remain at the bottom lane, and again, he'll get early boots and be able to continue to make an impact as he rolls through the early game here. Oh, nay, just one more little Jiao to get everyone pumped up. Because you gotta remember, he hasn't leveled it up. Oh, he did level it up, but yeah, the benefit of the Howl also will make the early game ganking that much better, too, for Afu.
Yeah, this is a kind of unconventional Orb of Venom on Lycan. Not a hero that normally excels at harassing, but why not? You've got this roll in. Actually, it's double Orb of Venom, which maybe I think is a bit overkill, but whatever, you know. You're against a melee hero, chances are you'll get some good opportunities to use it.
He'll wait out for the 2-minute rune, which is going to spawn up top. Victoria will pick it up. Holds the invis now. Floats his business towards the mid lane as he'll see Super get a little courier gift. But he's thinking about making a move in. We'll have to see if they have setup potential between him and maybe or not.
Damage output could be close with the Sunstrike, but double Spirit Siphon is going to be Super's turnaround.
Maybe figuring out maths here. I know the second I look away is when they're going to make the move, guys. I just know it.
He's waiting to see if Death Prophet pushes past the ramp so you can fissure block him on the low ground, and it's not going to happen.
The invis is just about to run out, and he doesn't want to be seen. He's trying to run out the other direction.
After he's ready to counter-initiate, or even just initiate himself, maybe he needs to be very careful.
Yeah, he's got the roll distance for sure.
Yep.
As he shows himself in the lane here. That's when he makes his move. Does not get the catch, but I like that. Kicks him to the low ground, but it's a little too far.
I think they might get this, though.
But
Invoker's no boots.
Slow. And with the no boots, he cannot get it, so he just wants to turn and fight onto Afu, but it's not going to work out. I like that a lot. That's probably the best thing you can ask for. I don't know if it was on purpose, but he gets the perfect angle of that kick and sends maybe to the low ground.
It's actually a cool thing. If you're going to roll in, err on the side of missing the roll so you're above him so you can kick him down. If you're going to miss below him, you can't kick him. So he makes sure that, hey, I want to hit the roll ideally, but if I don't, I at least get to kick him into my teammate. He's going to go for the courier. Afu! You upgraded just in time.
Just in time.
This guy is playing some godly early gamer spirit.
Yeah, seriously,
right now.
Bobo who? All hail Afu. That's the new motto here. This guy is just, he is right place at the right time, just making so many things happen. That presence really being felt.
7 stacks on our Yowbird friend, but he will be able to Icarus dive away from it. And Flame hasn't died yet, guys, so I think it's going a bit better than it's been in the previous games already for him. Don't mean to be so harsh on the guy, but he is getting close to level 4, 4 minutes in. He's got to be feeling pretty good.
He's got a lane that he can just TP away from. You know, this is a much better lane just from the get-go, and I think I didn't look at this like, oh, he's going to struggle. I think the puck struggles were not so much his poor play, but just being in a tough lane.
Yeah.
This time he's got a lane where if they go on him with a Gale, you TP out. He can just jungle as a Bat Rider. It's naturally more favorable.
Fu does not find the connection on that roll. Victoria will sidestep it, dishes out the fissure, and should walk away. Had that been a connection, it could have been more trouble for LGD in the early game, but here we go, bottom, move on 11. Nah, he's just rolling on by. A frisky early game already.
Yep. Monet going for no Wolves build. This seems to be the more common build nowadays, is like this 0-2-4 build, or like a even 0-3-3. You still get your ulti, of course, but just getting the Howl and the Feral Impulse. You get a lot of HP regen, a ton of sustain, and you just act as more of a right-clicking carry on the Lycan with this build. And anytime a roll hits around mid, he's going to throw the Howl, give them some extra HP, gives them some extra right-click damage, and things are looking good.
You don't have to micro Wolves in the early game anymore, so I could probably play him now. As you can see him just utilizing that right-click. He's just running down 11 with the help of that Orb of Venom, too.
Doesn't care about getting creep harassed. You know, he's tanky. He's got lots of regen.
Victoria is eyeballing this mid lane, but the setups have not come nearly as easy as they have been for LFY.
I think this is a risky kill to go for. The turnaround potential is incredibly high with Exorcism and Spirit Siphon. But they're going to go for it.
Is on the other side of the river, but they've already made that move. Fissure, Sunstrike's all there. He goes for the Soul Siphon. Is it going to be enough? Looks like it's good. Now the two-man boulder smash as Afu comes in from behind. He'll help get the finish onto Maybe, and they also make it a twofer. And as you said, Parker, it could turn into a disaster, and it is a disaster.
Yao just dies to the tower hits as they try to get the kill. They may get another one here. Show me +2, 11. He's got no mana for a Carapace. He has it soon with the Shrine. He'll barely survive.
Boulder smash still on cooldown.
Yeah, so that's one of those ganks. If you think your early game lane stage is going badly, sometimes you just feel like you're going to go for a risky gank like that. So LGD close to getting the kill, just not quite there. Can't fully blame them for trying.
And Super's been known in China as a really solid, dependable mid. Like he always plays safe.
How solid is he now, Jack? We'll see if you curse him or not. Looks like you didn't. He holds on strong. Now makes the run to
Yao.
Bog
onto the Phoenix. There it is.
Yeah, come over here, Phoenix. We're gonna bog all over you. Super on a killing spree. Now they turn to look to go for Afu as they hit him up with a cold snap, but they both run on out. Can he get the roll away here? Yes, he can. They're not able to get close enough for the block, but oh god, these sent.
Oh, it was just an illusion right click that chased him. I thought it was a real Invoker right click that may have been close to killing him.
Super's so some mids are very aggressive, like they'll try to pressure you and kill you, something like a Sumail playstyle. But for Super, he's received some criticisms like, oh, he's super conservative, but he's solid. He's a little bit like Blink. Like he always seems to get what he needs out of the lane. Like he never tries to go too far. He knows what his objective is, and he manages to get that. You saw just now when they tried to gank him. The first time, he knew that if he ran, they had a chance of actually bursting him down, but they didn't have enough damage to maybe cut through him if he ran towards them and got the Spirit Siphons off. So he knew exactly what to do in that situation. He was perfectly prepared for it, managed to get 2 kills in return. So great play there from Super.
And I think to add on to that, even Oh, see if he gets ganked again. This mid lane dive is potentially out. Even though he's a player that doesn't often like instigate a fight, he's happy to. If you go on him, he'll hold his ground and turn and fight you. Like his first instinct isn't just to run away from aggression. He just doesn't lead with aggression.
Heavy focus now onto Afu. He has to pop the wand. But look at this. DDC had grabbed the haste rune that spawned in the bottom lane, and he was able to just run his ass all the way here to get in the action. And they kill maybe once again.
Yeah, this is...
The bog bites back. If you don't take care of it, the bog bites back.
This is why I just felt was going to be so strong about LFY's draft. It's just some of the synergy here. That laning step is so incredibly strong. We haven't even seen some of those synergies yet with like the Bat Silencer, no Global yet. The Exorcism is already doing wonders. Death Prophet is really looking like a top-tier pick again at the moment with just how dominant this hero can be in the mid lane.
Top lane, Inflame is slowly trying to torch up some Ame action here, but Yao's rotated in, hits him up with the Icarus dive. Are they going to try to turn it all the way around here? No, it looks like Inflame will go for the TP out. And he's back home and safe.
He's still scarred a bit from last game. Like, I was dying so much, he just doesn't want to die. I don't think know if he needed to TP home, but hey. Better safe than sorry. 0 deaths at 9 minutes. He's recovered from last game. Afu is eyeing off Yao at this top lane though and looking for a solo kill, which he will
one more hit
get. Yep. TP, can he buy it? Oh yeah, he will. Be close.
He's out. He's good.
He got the Howl HP as well.
Sunstrikes. Good effort
there. Don't think
there.
it would have been enough damage regardless, but nice try.
Bump back as Inflame returns to the lane. He takes to the skies onto Ame, but the rotation's coming in from 11 now, who has Vendetta. Maybe a chance for LGD to finally get themselves on the board, but look at that. They have a sentry in the lane. They spot him out, and he can't even get a good character stun in.
This is such controlled play by LFY there.
And
they're being so efficient. It's like 2 heroes up top are forcing countless rotations from LGD. This Nyx still may find a kill. Sunstrike is back up, and poor DDC does not dodge this run.
There they get the Sunstrike, and it is going to be maybe finally getting a kill for the team on the board at the same time of that other takedown. Inflame making a move onto 11. He'll find himself into a fissure.
Mid lane,
not in pursuit, but you have to make it a jump on the mid lane. Looking to get a hold of maybe here. Pops the wand. He's trying to get that Soul Siphon off his ass, and he's finally able to do it with a tornado. Ame, though, is just going to get run down in Monet. Oh. Come here, little boy. He wants to get a hold of him. Does the Sunstrike, but gets hit and is taken down.
Oh, Liv, I believe that Gale. Oh, Yao was there. He's going to turn and fight Yao.
Oh my god. Had the Icarus dive out from this one. Can he burn him with the Sword Spear? Oh my god, please don't do this, Wolfo! The bog gets you.
That is not even the bog. That is, the wolf is...
The wolf has found his way into the bog, but he is a creature that fits right in, apparently.
Some crazy mad scientist bog experiment.
Yeah. This is a creation.
Just ran around and killed 3. That was ruthless. But LGD keeps swinging, man. Here to the top lane, it looks like of all the people, they'll finally be able to get a grab at least onto Inflame. Or have I spoken too soon? Nah, finally. Maybe we'll dish out the Deafening Blast to help secure it.
In keeping with tradition there in the top and the off.
Hey, it's his first death. It's post 10 minutes, you know? But yeah, it feels like what LGD need to do and what they really can only do is just go around with Nyx Vendetta ganks and Sunstrike. Nyx find a kill with a Sunstrike, play for the late game with a super farmed Invoker. Invoker is going to have a very late Midas timing. Problem is, while you're looking for picks, LFY is going to be getting towers.
Nice roll in to get him close for the Boulder Smash here, but Victoria's so deep, but here it comes. Sucky. All the way into the Crypt Swarm and kill.
People may not remember their Dota 2 history, but Death Prophet was the original OS Frog hero. When that like OS Frog spam began in the Twitch chat, it was because of this creation.
A creation.
Oh yeah, you got the when Spirit Siphon was given all those charges. That was like, I don't know, like maybe 2 years ago. Like whenever that happened, that was when it
was pure damage at first, right? It was initially pure damage.
Pure damage. It did more damage than what it does now. It was absurd how good this hero was.
I think it had a longer like range, I believe, as well. Or like they reduced the leash range or something. I don't recall. But
hard hits, and they will get a follow-up kill onto Ame as well.
Lycan's pretty good against Veno. You don't really care about slows when you're in Shapeshift. This is the right-click Lycan build that, I want to say like MP from Seeker was kind of one of the first we saw doing it. This Mask of Madness armlet, just right-click people down a lot. Proving to be perhaps one of the more effective single-target DPS builds that you can do.
11 moving in deep, trying to get some intel here a bit, but LGD obviously taking some hard shots here, just in full farm mode. Midas now done for maybe, but yeah, that Ag's timing is certainly going to get put off a bit. He can only help participate with maybe some Sunstrike setups, but yeah, 11 not going to find anything there.
You know what it was for the old Spirit Siphon? It went through BKB. I'm pretty sure. It was beautiful. Oh,
there was a lot of original OS heroes. I mean, even Disco Pony. I don't know if it was like OS Frog meme time, but that was definitely a lot. Even the original Earth Spirit coming into the game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't get me started. The original Phoenix and Tusk. Oh.
Here comes trouble. Maybe. That Sunstrike, as he dies, has become his tombstone in this game quite a few times now. It's been quite a difficult journey for him here in the winter bracket final. 2 and 5 on his Invoker. LFY, to be honest, have never looked better. Great Dota.
Yeah. They're just going a Blade Mail build. This is actually one of the items that's pretty good against Spirit Siphon, and I think maybe a bit slightly on the board. It kind of negates the healing aspect of it, since you are doing some return damage to Death Prophet, but ultimately this is a Venom build that you've got a very underfarmed Venom. You're not going to be in a good place. He's still going to look very squishy. Finally, potentially a tower will fall from LGD's side. But it looks like Roche is going to be the bigger claim as LFY with level 2 Exism. Head in there.
Yep. Looks like there'll be, I was going to say no contention, but the map has been drawn out here.
I think they're going to lose this fight.
LGD are saying we need to get to a high risk, high reward kind of a situation, because our only chance of living is getting that high reward here. Sunstrike, timing is close, but the Aegis is going to get snagged up. And at this point, they've already gotten so close, they got to commit it for the fight. 11 quickly going to be taken out of this one. The Phoenix Egg is going to be dropped. They try to focus it, but the Fissure will help slow them down. But okay, Monet just helps go in for the final finish. Gets that one, goes over, makes it a double as he gets the takedown of Victoria. And we might see the Tau thrown in here soon. I don't know. LGD just really don't have too many answers for this one.
It's just such a well put together draft.
Now it just doesn't seem to stop. A grab onto maybe, he doesn't even move. As he gets easily executed there. And here it is.
Yep. Likely can't push high ground that soon without the Exism. They also have a lot of out of towers. They still got 2 tier 1s on the map, so you know it's like, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Perhaps they could just go for the high ground at mid lane and ignore the side lanes, but they've got plenty of room to grow in terms of items. May want to throw in a pipe to deal with the Venom, for example. They've already got a hood onto this Earth Spirit. That's insane how well farmed he is. The BKB on Lycan, of course. Solar Crest. Bat doesn't even have a blink. Like, we're not even talking about, like, when we'd be like, oh yeah, they're going to get that Bat right to blink before they can smoke and do stuff to initiate, but, you know, that hasn't been an issue.
He's got the money, just, now he has it. Or no, he's just got to wait to get it. But yeah, like you said, plenty of tools still out there, even available for LFY at this point. Hasn't stopped LGD yet, even though it's looking pretty grim.
Yep.
They fight onward here towards the bottom. They'll settle for a vendetta kill onto the Radiant Courier.
Something.
Feels good. Yeah, that little bit of something.
I'd love to get a tower. This bottom tower may just be denied. The fact Super is not denying it may suggest they want to defend it, though. Here they go. TP's coming in.
Let's go, Bog, to the bottom lane.
Yep.
If you're LGD, you have to know this, right? Because you see how low it is, and you figure they've got to be planning something here.
Dire scan. Where did the dire scan? Oh, they scanned up top. Don't you scan?
Oh, I think they're sitting behind Monet.
You got to scan the bottom tier 1, guys. Come on.
Well, if they're not sitting behind Monet and they have vision of the rest of the jungle, they have to be down
goes
here.
in. They get the grab onto maybe. And with a global, there is no answer at all. Super takes that one, gets a monster kill. And they go on in for Yao. Yao tries to Icarus dive, but they catch him with a Yules. He has an egg, but don't even bother.
Yeah, that's...
So
I think it was I mean, from our perspective, it's obvious. We obviously see what's happening, but you know that tower... Oh, why isn't it being denied?
Yeah. Well, additionally, like you said with the scan, right? So they scanned behind Monet because they're wondering if their LFY are sitting behind him. Yeah. They're not. So they're not sitting behind Monet, and then they have vision all over the jungle and like the middle of the map. So that's kind of like, where could they be? Are they if they're not on Monet, they have Roshan already. Don't they have to be either in their jungle or setting up for the tower bottom? So, not very timely maneuver there from LFY.
Ooh, roll to the low ground. Afu tries to make a play onto the Veno and will be successful. Ame going to be taken out. No ult or anything for him, and we don't stop there. Trying to follow with the Magnetized Blade, they will end up losing their Earth Spirit, but 11 under the gun, getting sucked up from the Soul Siphon. We see Monet chopping away from Victoria. LFY just continue to keep on winning, boys. The rich get richer.
Yeah, this game's quickly getting out of hand. This is kind of a gold lead at 18 minutes. 15k is pretty nuts.
Yeah, this is easily got to be the most dominating game of the tournament.
It's really just been perfect play. Everyone on LFY has kind of fulfilled their role. More so than any Afu's Earth Spirit. This guy, I mean, when you're dominating a game like this in sub 20 minutes, it always comes down to supports. Like, you can't crush games in 15, 20 minutes if it's not because of support movements. And the Silencer, not so much him. DDC, you know, you're a Silencer, it's on a flashy roll. But yeah, Afu has been phenomenal. 3-1 and 13. Courier sniping, first bloods, second bloods, third bloods. He's doing everything.
Also, Ame there with the buyback. I have to wonder about that. I'm not sure if it's kind of like a tilty, not a tilty, but like kind of like a whatever type of buyback. Because what's he gonna do really, like buying back in that situation?
Put it on cooldown.
Yeah, and I mean he's not dead for very long anyway, right? He was like level 10 or level 11 at the time, and the fight was already over. So
let's see how much mercy LFY have before they try to go in for a more game concluding kind of a fight here. Still in flame, kind of prowling things out. You can see him get a gem to maybe just really be able to control the whole map, but looks like he wants to move into a BKB instead.
Afu at top just throws a blind dust, so I think they realize this Nyx is an issue, but he's actually mid-dodges the Impale.
Yep. Or Sunstrike trying to get it, but that also not find its mark. The egg is... Oh, they thought they were going to finish it, but they actually decide to step off. It will pop. They avoid the stun, but then quickly gobble up 11 here. And Victoria will be also executed shortly thereafter. Maybe gets a nice little tornado to try to fend off trouble, but I mean, they are in that exactly trouble. And a lot of it needy as they frantically try to make it back inside. Ame caught up with the Yules right here. He tries to slither himself indoors. Will be successful. Look at this nice turnaround. They get Super's ridiculous 10 times kill streak. A lot of money going to be going to 11. Making it feel a bit better about buying back.
Oh, did he get the full gold for that? I think he may have. Like, you get the buyback penalty, but...
Ooh, move in, dunk, slap. They're trying to get a hold of DDC, but he's taking a lot of firepower. They're looking to move over for Monet. BKB, TP out. No. That's a 7 times kill streak. That one goes to maybe.
Okay.
So 2,000 gold off of streaks there for LGD.
The Nyx one, I think, is not accurate. The gold gain after his buyback doesn't add up. I think he had the buyback penalty when he got the kill.
I believe so too.
So it says 1,000, but he actually got the reduced amount from that 1,100, whatever it was.
Okay.
Because he just bought back, which is unfortunate. When you buy back, you kind of want to try and set up the kills, but not last hit them. But ultimately, just make sure you get the kills. Bit overly aggressive there. Inflame was kind of the main culprit, chasing after that Veno. I think he just had blood in his eyes. He knew that this Veno just bought back. If you kill him, it's going to be like really crippling for the Veno, and it just feels good, you know, when you kill that hero that just bought back a minute ago. That's like a huge psychological advantage and possibly even just a way to end the game, but he does end up getting himself and a few of his teammates killed, I feel, as a result of that aggressive play.
I don't know if we can call it the start of the comeback or just more them stalling things out a little bit longer.
You know, I don't think we can, Dakota.
Not yet. Not yet. A big fight at the Roche where they actually steal it, then I would say, oh, comeback potential.
Yeah, there's potential for one, for sure, but that is not the start of it necessarily. I don't think we're going to look back on that right there and be like, oh yeah, that's where it all began. LFY still have map control. They still have all their key spells. They have ability to take the next Roshan cheese. It's something to buy some time, and you're still in the game. But yeah, it's not a comeback yet.
LGD continue to spam out the waves and relieve the pressure back at home, but we do see LFY on the prowl once again under a smoke. They're actually caught between LGD's team here. It's Afu caught between 3 up here, but then there's going to be a jump follow-up from Inflame. He gets the lasso grab for Maybe. Maybe just gets, shredded up. Monet is hitting like a goddamn truck right now. And he will also help get the finish. It's double kills for DDC. This boy's got 26 intel. He's pretty damn smart over there. 30-6. Getting spanked.
Yeah, the pipe pickup now means Afu had a ton of extra survivability for himself and his team a bit as well.
And now to the top lane they go.
This Lycan is so tanky. 2600 HP, that's with armor off. He gets up to about 3,100. Lycan's talents, health into strength. You get that double bonus HP. And you have this strength treads, BKB armlet build. Incredibly difficult to kill. I think at this point for LFY, getting a BKB plus gem on bat and getting the next Roche are going to be kind of the 2 key things.
Yeah, it's definitely the Seth play for sure. They're looking to scan it out back here now. But it is going to be 1 more minute there, LFY, before that Roche is up and you can get that extra life. Uame's like, I will take that. Arcane Root, sir. Thank you so much. LGD are just going to, I don't know, farm things out and maybe look to contest that Roche when it does come up. I don't know how frisky they're feeling. Oh, look at this. Smoke straight down below. Let's get Afu. He's caused so much trouble this game. Let's take it out on him. Rolls though. Oh, he rolled away. This man has got game sense as well.
Yep. He's like, that's my last creep wave, and second it's over, I'm out of here.
And a good time to retreat too, but
15 seconds without global.
Can they get the window of opportunity here? They're wiggling their way in. It's 10 more seconds. 11's out in front. They've spotted the silencer, but he does get the force off. Egg is going to be put in the middle, but Monet already able to go to work on it, but then changes targets. Looks to go for 11 instead, and will be able to chomp him apart. DDC is going to get finished as Super pops out the Exorcism, fights to one side while they continue to chase down 11 and maybe on the other. Nice little alleyway to get a good tornado, but Afu looking to get back into the action. The silencer buyback and global as DDC is not far from the grave. LGD scamper away up to the high ground on the other side, but LFY can now step off and go back to the Roche if they'd like.
Silencer almost surviving to get his global off, but got found by a nasty little Sunstrike, but still a fight won by LFY. Maybe hard to kill this Roche without Exorcism, but Lycan should provide the necessary damage.
Yeah, they've got that Solar Crest as well to just help bring it down quickly. And, I mean, still, like, you can see, like, the good start in the Silencer. He was a bit harder to kill with that combo. He managed to force staff himself immediately away from the Nyx's stun. That forced LGD to stay just a little bit longer and kind of just get caught with the counter initiation. But they're in a kind of desperate situation to begin with. I mean, you just go for whatever you can here if you are LGD.
You got to go for those, like, low percentage plays where it's like, this has a 10% chance of working, but hey, it's at least a play that we're making on our own terms that could theoretically set us up to win this game, as opposed to just sitting back, waiting to die, waiting for LFY to get their next items, get Roshan, and push high ground. So LGD putting their fate in their own hands, still have some high ground defense potential. Invoker will continue to scale as he gets levels and farm.
Victoria with a blink would help that a lot though too. He's getting close.
Yeah, that's actually
2K.
a good point.
2K, but taking a little bit.
Ideally wants that level 2 Echo as well to go with that blink. He's fairly under-leveled, but we'll see.
Speaking of level 2 ults, Phoenix also could use one of those.
Yeah, Phoenix would love that GPM talent. Like your avenue to win this game is very much in the ultra late game for LGD.
11 will be punished for pressuring the bottom lane, but you got to do that.
No gem, but imagine that's Bat's next purchase now that he's got a BKB. Vano going for cast range. That's when you know you're in a desperate position. I feel like I never see Venos get cast range.
What do you think about that, Jack?
I mean, I guess for the most part, if you're playing it as a core, it is kind of a desperate situation, but it's not the worst. Like, in terms of the Gale, in terms of being able to put up your plague wards a little bit more safely, or is it just disruptive vision? It's not the worst.
Inflame quickly drops the ward. It's frantically pinged by LGD, so they
see that fire.
They know. Do not get down there. You will be kidnapped and taken away.
If you don't get down there, your tower.
Oh, now we got to get down there. Our tower's under pressure. They pull out the early glyph. Tornado EMP combo looking to go for Monet. Does have that Aegis, so you're going to have to burn through that life. And then his shapeshift form, but they lock him in with the fissure. Man, they can't quite burn him down. He's able to toggle his way and fight his way out of it. Finally, they'll get the takedown there. A jump-in lasso pullback, though, is going to get the finish onto 11. Now move in, Magnetized Silence is there. Monet tries to scamper on into action. Now settles in for the tier 3. Quickly takes it apart. LGD move in, but a nice 3-man silence is there from Super. And LGD have to just turn and run, but it is a painful run out as Monet is able to just clean up Ame. Ame now by his back. Afu is zoning the rest of them off. And they're now getting back to the objective at hand here.
What was that echo? In the fountain? Oh, he killed the Bat Rider at the fountain. Okay, that I don't know what Inflame was doing up there, but hey, space to take the racks, guys.
1 racks here. I'm actually surprised that's so little for LFY, but I guess that's what you get when you keep dancing in and out, stepping away from the objective push.
And the fight lasted long enough that the Exorcism kind of wore off, and once Exorcism's down, they kind of, similarly the Shapeshift is down, you kind of got to back off until those ultis come back up. Mostly the Exorcism, but with this, oh, he didn't get the Octarine, he went back for a BKB first, so still has that slightly longer cooldown.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We'll see LFY's next move likely built around the next Exorcism. Even without an Aegis, I still feel like they have the ability just to go for another high ground push. Similar to what we just saw. Bat with BKB, he can just go diving deep in the base. And if you stay far away from the lassos we saw, well, that means they'll just take your buildings. You're kind of forced to fight into this lineup you don't want to fight because you obviously have to keep your racks alive.
Yep. And if there's a time to fight, I would imagine it should be now. Global Silence on cooldown still for 20 seconds, but I don't think they're going to be able to have the fall through on this bottom lane. With LFY already pulling in everybody out of attendance here behind the tower. It will fall, but yep, that'll be the end of it. LGD just scamper back and away. We'll continue to grind their farm out in preparations for, I guess, the next defense. It's a matter of LFY deciding on when that push is going to be, or if they want to hold out for that Roche again, I guess.
It's a lot on Maybe's shoulders right now. He's got to get off multiple rounds of spells, probably kill some people. He's got to do everything, it feels like, at this point.
He is the only one with farm. Earth Spirit is out-farming the Venomancer at this point. And Vision is heavily stacked against LGD. With the gem pickup, the Lycan Wolves are just scouting. He's just tagging heroes with them.
Global, is this for bottom lane? It is.
For a solo kill?
Okay, run in, TP out. He's gone. Okay, Global committed and 11 lives.
Oh, yeah. Obviously not ideal use of that ult, but at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt you too much. They may find a kill at top.
Yes, silence onto Maybe here. And that is going to allow the follow-up play. A lasso in between Super and Inflame. They will get a precious takedown onto Maybe's Invoker. He's going to be out 80 seconds, and he does not have a buyback. Don't know if LFY know that or not.
Pinging the top lane.
And it could be running that direction. Ame in the mid lane trying to frantically push it out, but the Shapeshift Wolf Monet looks to run in. Ame, though, had a nice little escape plan there. Forces and TP's out.
Monet's going to go for the shrine here. He's being scouted by the Nyx, but no threat to his life. There's perhaps some danger for Afu.
Get him quick, because the wolves are around the corner. Looks like they might be able to clean 3 of them with a dunk committed. Jesus, man, they are just sweating so hard to get this going. That is a hard commitment just to get the Earth Spirit out of the game. That is not going to stop LFY.
They don't have a creep wave here at bottom, so...
That will stop LFY.
That, yeah, probably
Victoria
will.
with a nice little cut in the wave as well.
Got 1 siege creep, but don't think that's enough. It's buying time, but the gold will continue to swing heavier and heavier into the LFY favor. And kills on Invoker are just like really painful at this point. the one hope for LGD, and any deaths in his pocket kind of ruin those hopes.
Right back to the board here for LGD. They scamper out and die, but at this point LFY are just stalling out for the Aegis, I'd imagine. 1 more minute to be able to do it. And credit to... have they been caught? Oh, look at this. Possible pick opportunity onto Monet. The egg has been committed. Monet looks to try to crack it, but realizes he's not going to have enough time, so he gets stunned up. Ame slides in, commits the Poison Nova. Is this the opening LGD we're hoping for at this point? Global, though, is going to get popped, and now the counterfight could be there as LFY jump back into action. They're going to be able to get the upper hand, taking down Victoria, and the rest of LGD do scamper off.
Lycan did die to the poison. He tried to ulti his way to the shrine, but couldn't make it.
All right, now Super, one of the remaining cores, getting hit with a tornado, with an EMP, still has the back end of his exorcism and a BKB, I suppose, as he's trying to finish out the second racks in this mid lane. But a glyph now going to get popped, and LFY are going to be forced to leave.
Yes. Range racks, you know, you get a glyph there. I think that's actually pretty good for LFY. Because now when they get next Roshan, they may actually be pushing into a glyphless LGD squad. But Lycan made a small mistake there after he survived the initial onslaught from the Invoker. He popped his BKB and Mask of Mana, so he couldn't actually ulti away because he silenced himself, which was ultimately going to lead to his demise, not having the ulti to haste himself to that shrine, for example. But small little details, in LFY, while not winning that fight, is still in a strong position.
Could be old habits. You pop that mask. Oh yeah, duh, it silences now.
No global. This could be an opportunity for LGD to take a favorable exchange.
Ooh, I think they might have spotted off Fu, but 11 runs right into trouble. But let's see if LGD want to defend him or turn and run, and it looks like it's going to be the latter. They did not like that setup, so LGD want to get back inside. LFY, though, want to catch one. Looks like they will not get the chance.
You may have no ults, no global or exorcism, but if you get the initiation, when you're this far ahead and you get a kill on Nyx, LGD need every spell and every hero they can get, not to mention the better initiation to win a fight.
Jump in lasso, grab, pull back on to Victoria means there's going to be no dunk at the moment, though he does have a buyback. Holds it for now. Monet begins to go to work on a tier 3. This is the second set of racks in jeopardy now for LGD, and maybe starts casting out everything he can. Now the buyback, and immediately LFY just turn and run.
We see a fallback for Roche. They could try and force the high ground with Exism, but you know, safety first.
That's the LFY way. Yep. Bog safely.
The Bog did plenty of work in this game.
This Lycan, he's not a bog hero though, Jack. I gotta give credit to this. The Howl perhaps a bit boggy, but the shapeshift, run around, kill people. He's 13, 2, and 15. He's
not a Bog hero. He benefits from the Bog because he's moving literally twice as fast as some of these slowed heroes, right? So he's just consuming up that space and just getting in people's faces. And there's not much they can really do about it at this point. So,
well, LGD are reaching for all options that are available and really making them work for it, though. It is a 20k net worth advantage at the moment for LFY. It's really their game to lose.
Oh yeah.
LGD just are hoping that LFY will make some sort of slip up.
Here's the Roche respawn. We'll see LFY want to maybe maintain some vision around the pit first. They've got the one ward above them. Sunstrike will scout that nothing's going on. Make sure that LFY have limited vision before going in, and there we go. They check everything out. They're into the pit. Not using Exorcism for Roshan, really wanting to hold on to it for a fight or a push-in. Well, if you can see the damage up, well, they really don't need it.
Well, if they had it, it may have killed it a bit faster, as there is going to be a jump-in, though. Ambush, as the lasso grab will be onto 11. Waiting in the back is going to be Victoria, looking for a possible setup, but can't find it yet. Buyback is going to be there for 11 as LGD do step off. BKB already committed for maybe here as he goes under the Ghost Walk. Afu rolls back. And they don't finish the Roche. LFY walk away from the pit now and up towards their shrine.
Radiant also used their BKBs, but I feel like someone like maybe an Invoker perhaps more dependent on his. LGD, they're going for this Roche. All right, this takes some cojones, but this is the kind of risk they need to take, and problem is they're being scouted.
Yeah, they do have a sentry down, so they see the wolves. Yeah, but here comes in playing BKB and the global. Get the hell out of our pit. Nice slide out from Ame. And they're not able to get a grab on anyone quite yet. Finally, they will get Ame. They'll pull him back into action. And it looks like they've been able to spot out Death Prophet here. They're moving in with the dunk. Victoria trying his best to lock him down. And with the Sunstrike, it's still not going to be enough to get the finish onto Monet. And that means the Wolf is unleashed. He begins to gobble up all of LGD. And they will be able to take the Roche with it too. Only one buyback available on the Phoenix. LGD are not calling it yet.
So many silences flying around. 3 AoE silences, plus a single target silence in the last word, and only Invoker has a way to get out of silence. That to me is the crazy thing. We're kind of at that close to the late game stages. I mean, it's a result of the fact that there's no farm in LGD, but when you're versing this much silence and you have only one BKB, no other Lotus Orbs or anything,
Brutal,
you can't
savage,
teamfight.
Ranked.
All right, now GG.
Brutal, savage, ranked.
I mean, that one felt pretty over since 17 minutes, if I'm being honest. I remember there was like a big moment there. I looked up and I'm like, this one could be done at the conclusion of this fight. But LGD just stuck it out as best they could. But it's going to be LFY, gentlemen, that have secured their spot in the grand final. Congratulations to them.
Boss moves on to the grand final, and LGD.Forever with an LFU to the hater.
You keep your jobs, gentlemen. Thank you for letting the boss win.
That is perhaps defying destiny, Jack. You mentioned LGD were meant to be the chosen ones today.
Well, I'm not sure if I got if it's not today, that means tomorrow they're going all the way. So it's it's either one or the other.
You seem to have all your bases covered. You know, it's like, oh well, it's not today. It'll be tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll be like, oh, you know, it was yesterday.
Another tournament,
God,
probably.
the thing about dynasties is you can never predict. You know, it just happens sometimes. So you don't know.
Yeah.
You can't plan for dynasties, gods.
All right, I gotcha.
An exhausting series there. Congratulations again to LGD.Forever Young. Not over yet for LGD. They will be awaiting in the lower bracket the winner of the next upcoming series. That's right, gang. We got one more best of 3 of Dota getting ready to come your way, and it's going to be one of your Western favorites, Team OG, battling it out against Newbie. Should be a good time. Gentlemen, we'll get our thoughts on that matchup as we return to the panel. But let's cut to a break first. We'll see you soon for that series.